Hello, good evening, everyone. My name is Tiffany Roman. I am your host, and this is Small Biz Highlight. I'm telling you, one of these days, I'm going to ask my good buddy to elongate the music for me. I feel like it should just continue on a lot longer than that. But, I'm just forever grateful for that intro. It's so amazing, so sweet and short to the point. I just love it. So many good things happening for the show, stepping our game up to hopefully make it more of an adventure for the people I have the honor of featuring on the show, gain more followers, get more eyes on them, because that's the ultimate goal. So, like I said, my name is Tiffany Roman. I am your host. Thank you so much for all of you who are stopping by to take a sneak peek at us. You know, um, First and foremost, I do have a couple announcements to start off with just before we get started with the interview. We are live with StreamYard. If you are not familiar with StreamYard, you can absolutely have your comments featured on the video while we're live. The only thing is, you've got to make sure Facebook and StreamYard are talking to each other so that they can swap information to use your profile photo and your name. So it's so easy to do that. I promise. I am about to copy and paste it into the comments for you. Simply go to www.streamyard.com/Facebook. Once you click there, you're golden. Comment away. I will gladly put your comments on the screen as we go along with this interview. Especially if you have questions or anything for the guests. So please feel free. As always, I start out my episodes with letting you know that this is 2021. This is your year. No matter what your dreams are, your aspirations are, what you're looking to achieve this year, this is the year that is going to happen for you. Nothing but good vibes out into the universe for you in the attempt to promote 2021. WON. This is the year of winning. Very quickly, on June 24th, I am hosting a live virtual networking event. I had one last month that was a lot of fun, got a lot of great feedback from my few guests that showed up. So I'm very excited to host my very second one. So if you are interested, the comments are going to hold the link to the event to find out more information about it so that you could be a part of it. Would love to have you join. It's free for anyone who wants to just show up and, kind of chime in and see who's talking, what's going on. And there are ticket upgrades for anybody who wants to get more involved with the event. So please feel free to stop by and check out the information. All right, that is enough for announcements for now. I don't want to bore you guys to death too much here. But, tonight I'm really excited about our guest because I feel like she's doing something that I didn't even know existed, first of all. And second of all, it's really great. Like, it seems like too good to be true, but I'm just so excited for her, what she's got going on, and what it could mean for anybody who's potentially watching. So for, people who are entrepreneurs, who work for themselves, who are small business owners, and I believe she even mentions early retirees, you gotta watch this. She's going to be your new best friend. And what's great is that she's like in commuting distance from me. She's like 15 minutes away in Camp Hill. So it's great. Definitely going to pick her brain a lot more as these things go on. As described in the comments of the video, that guest today is Miss Kathryn Trapp. Let me bring her on screen. Give me 1 second here. Nothing's working for me here. Okay. There she is.
Yeah.
Just took a minute for it to load up. How are you?
Hey, I am great. Happy to be here. Most definitely. Thanks again for the opportunity. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you for, I know you've got to be crazy busy with everything that you've got going on. So I really appreciate your time and taking the moment to be here with me.
Oh, no, thank you. I think it's really important what you're doing. And I really applaud you because I read your story and just how, you really have a heart for small business. So no, thank you. And I think so many people are benefiting from what you're doing.
It's really great to hear that. Thank you. It means a whole lot. I really love what I'm doing. It's the farthest from what I expected to be doing with myself right about now.
Exactly.
But now that I'm here, I can't see myself doing anything else. So I'm just very grateful for this opportunity to do what I can to give back to small businesses. So as always, I always start the show with my guests with one question: who are you? Now, sometimes it trips people up. Sometimes people get very profound with it. Some people get very serious about it. This is your opportunity to help people get to know you on a personal level, help them connect with you as a person first before we get into all the business stuff. So, Miss Kathy, who are you?
I'm, a small business advocate and resource. I mean, that's the way I position myself. Do I sell health insurance? Yes, but that's not really why I got into this. It's hard when you go into small business and try to figure out what you're going to do for health coverage, right? I mean, it's so confusing. And I said, you know what? This is a way that one, I can give back to other people. And to be honest, I can make a living for myself. So I think it's a win for everyone in that respect. I used to be a middle school teacher. I really enjoyed working with kids and helping, but I didn't feel like I could make a difference here. You know what? I can help someone, whether they buy from me or someplace else, get affordable health coverage, and know that they're in a better place. And so I think that's a win for everybody. So that's really what I'm about.
Yeah. It's really powerful what you said, as simple as a phrase as it was, that you were a middle school teacher, but you didn't feel you were completely fulfilling your debt to society, in a way, to kind of paraphrase it. And I totally understand that. I have been in the reserves for 17 years. So I've been serving the Army for the last 17 years. And when I got off of active duty and went into the civilian world looking for jobs, it was just a totally different world. And I could not shake that feeling that I need to be doing something else. There has to be something else I can be doing. And, I mean, who knew it was going to translate into this whole web show for small businesses? I didn't. But, it's such an amazing feeling when you fulfill that, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I've had people cry because they didn't
Yes.
know the options they had, or they didn't think they
Yes.
could afford coverage, or, they wanted to retire early and they found they were able to find coverage to bridge that gap. So, I mean, it's really powerful stuff when people are just like, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like, what we do, we don't think it's a big deal, but to other people, it really can be life changing. And that's what's exciting,
Oh,
and
yeah.
what you're doing as well. I mean, helping people actually speak out about their business and get them some, you know, I guess, notoriety.
And what you're doing, your company is called US Health Advisors. And, you're offering health insurance for people that I didn't even know could be offered health insurance, other than like the crazy expensive plans for people who are out of work, if that makes sense. I know nothing about health insurance, obviously, other than the little that I know from getting health insurance from the military, from jobs throughout the years and whatnot. I mean, how did you get started in this business?
Embarrassingly enough, it was ZipRecruiter, hit resume and send. I just, again, I was teaching and really didn't feel fulfilled. And I just started looking. And that's how I found this. And I've been doing it now for 5 years and, feel very fortunate. But to go from, all the benefits, the pension, the healthcare, and teaching, and then to straight commission, it was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know how much things costed. And suddenly it's, and you probably experienced that too, but it's like suddenly a different way of thinking about things. And
Yes.
I find a lot of my clients, they want to go out and start their own small business, but they don't know where to look for healthcare because they've always had it, or
Yes.
they've always been part of a group plan all their life and they want to retire early. And so it's fascinating and rewarding to talk to people and say, well, I sell this option, but there's all these others. Let's figure out the one that's going to be best for you. And so again, they're very thankful to do that. And I'm happy to help.
I love that. Like I said, I didn't even know something like this existed. Like even when I started the web show and realized I was now working from home, self-employed myself now, working from home doing this web show, I never would have even thought that looking for health insurance would be an option for me, because I always assume that it's for people with jobs or who are applying for, help through the state, something to that effect. I never knew this existed. I think it's great. Can you tell us a little bit more about the company and what it has to offer?
Sure. Of course, I'm in sales. We're supposed to talk about what we do. But bottom line is just what our company did. We were founded in 2009 when the Affordable Care Act went into place. And it's an alternative to the Affordable Care Act for people that, are highly compensated, don't, maybe don't qualify for a tax credit, want an alternative, because we're a division of United Healthcare. So we're backed by the largest health insurance company in the world. But our niche are people who are self-employed, typically 1099s, realtors, contractors. And now with COVID, so many people are reevaluating their life and saying, you know what, life's too short. I want to retire early. And they don't know what options they have. So we do, we can be an option, or I can walk them through. We've got a variety of other products. But the idea is, we fill a niche, and then our healthcare, we do look at people's medical history, and as a result, they get a lower premium. If they don't qualify, we can find other options. The other thing, most of my colleagues are those annoying telemarketers, that beat you up on the phone and hound you. And I said, I can't do that. That's just not me. So I built my business on networking, like, how I found you, just going through Facebook groups and building relationships. And then when people trust what you do, then they're more likely to, come to you and say, can you help me? And, you've built that trust. So my business now is 98% referral, either clients or referral partners. And, so the nice thing is when people come to me, they have a better sense of, this is someone that I can trust and someone who's going to look out for my best interest. And that's really what you want your business to be, especially if you're a small business. So that's really, how we came about.
Wow. And it's so great that, you're saying that your niche or whatnot is small businesses and stuff. Because like I said, I never would have even thought of looking for health insurance as a small business, or that it would even exist. And then I'm looking through your website and it's saying that it's taking it one step further and blowing my mind, talking about any hospital, any doctor. Like there's usually so many restrictions when it comes to insurances and where you can go, who you can see, what you can do, and how much everything is going to cost and whatnot. And little things like that just seem so amazing to make life so much easier and like taking the stress off of you of figuring out what you're going to do with insurance.
And you exactly, and I think you hit on kind of the core of what our company is. Our motto is hope, helping other people every day. And some of the unique features are that because we're part of United Healthcare, we're a national network. So literally, you can go anywhere in the United States, Canada, or Mexico, and you are in network. So I have clients who are truck drivers. They're all over and they don't have to worry. Or say you live here, your kids go to school out of state, or you want to travel back and forth, but you're a snowbird. So that's one of the unique features, is just that certain plans, their networks are so small that literally if you go outside of a 100-mile radius, you're not covered. And I think that's the other unique I guess, feature of our plan is you don't get a customer service number, you get my phone number. So I'm the first person you call. Now, that being said, please do not call or text me when you're on the way to the ER. Get yourself taken. I cannot tell you how many people have called me and they're like, I'm on the way to the ER. What do I do? Just show them your card and get treated. We'll set it up. We'll figure it. But at least they have someone, and then we can work it out, or I help them with their bills. But, when you go to some of the larger insurers, you get an 800 number and somebody who honestly really doesn't, I don't want to say they don't care, but after they hang up the phone with you, they're done. Whereas with me, it's, you know what, let's work this out. Let's try to figure out what we can do to make sure that you get the most benefit out of your insurance.
And that right there is what sets small business options aside from the big name companies out there. That personal service, that is something, like you said, you cannot get from a random 1-800 number. You're going to only get that from a small local company like yours, that will take the time to actually get to know you and not care what your account number is per se, unless it's really necessary. They'll know you by name. They'll remember where you're from. They'll remember, anything that you talk about because you're important to them. Because, like you said, your business, you said, is 98% referral. That's amazing, honestly, because that speaks volumes to you, my dear. That the fact that, your business, you can rely on referrals because you've built that rapport, that trust with so many people that they are wanting to turn around and shove all their friends your way.
But I appreciate that, and that's where the clients that I have, they're that way too. Their business is unique and they're good at what they do, so they understand. Working with small business, you understand the value of referrals. Even with your business, people that have been on your show are like, you know what, hey, you need to hit her up because she really cares and she wants you to be successful. So, again, I think people in big business, they understand referrals and they're happy to support people who, do a good job for them.
Yes, it's so true, and it's small businesses. I always often say during interviews that small businesses are our own little clan. If we're not supporting each other, nobody else is gonna feel compelled to support us either.
No.
So the fact that it's so evident in small businesses when they are 100% about the community, about their customers, like you, and whatnot, that is just so powerful and should speak to people hopefully a lot more than the specials going on at the big names. The big name stores or the big name companies offering all kinds of incentives and whatnot. But even still, you're still not going to get the personal service that you would from a small business. And that I was joking one interview that I personally wouldn't mind us going back to the mom and pop shop days where everybody knew everybody. And all we had were family owned businesses and whatnot. Because it was just a different time for us. We were all supportive of each other, dependent of each other, but at the same time independent of each other too. I feel like that was a very golden moment.
No, I certainly agree. And some of my clients are the ones that have been in business for years and years and years, and many of them are in smaller communities. So yes, I would agree. Or they have one location and they're very good at what they do, and they've actually created a unique clientele. People will travel to see them because of the way that they take care of their clients and their business.
And it's such an easy process to get the ball rolling as far as getting a quote from you. I saw on your website that people can simply click there to request a quote, and then it'll go from there, filling out a form with the information, I'm assuming, and then you getting back to them with what the magic numbers would be.
And it is. I tried to make it really simple because people, you're real leery about giving, about signing up, and people are going to spam you and call you. And it's like, listen, if you want a quote, it doesn't cost you anything. But I do need some information, not your social security number, anything like that, but just some basic information. So it's like, I can shoot you a quote, and I usually send a calendar link. And if you want to discuss it, if you think it's an option, let's talk about it. If it's not, let's see if there's something else that works for you, or stick with what you have. But at least you have the peace of mind of knowing that, you've looked at other options rather than just accepting what you have. And because you think because it's the only thing and we do that in so
Yeah.
many things. So.
Oh gosh, yes. I feel like that's more comfort rather than anything else. We're already established in something, we're familiar with it. Why change it? Meanwhile, you could go out and find something that actually fits your needs a lot better if you take that time to just educate yourself for a few minutes. Like you said, it's a free quote. There's no obligation. They don't have to actually sign up for anything at that very moment. But I mean, it's just broadening their horizons, if you will, just getting them that education that they need to make that decision for themselves. And, it's very important. It's very important.
I agree 100%. Be informed. It's like, if you're going to shop for a car, do you just go pick one car and you're done with it? Usually you look and see if there's other options. It's just with my business and with our company, we don't advertise. So that's why sometimes it's hard, because people don't, see it. That's why having opportunities like this to get the word out, I'm very thankful for, and my bosses love it. So, you know, but,
Well, I'm
but
very
so,
grateful.
yeah, but social media is, again, a way that people can, promote their business. And you've established yourself as an advocate for small business. And I think you're very selective about who you have on the show. So again, people look to you and say, well, I'm hoping they'll say, she was on Tiffany's show, so she must be okay.
I hope that's what they're doing.
Well, that's what they better do.
So.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, if you want to get your own quote or talk to Kathy in more details, get some more information, her information is not only included in the description of the video, but is about to be copied and pasted into the comments so that it is easily clickable for you on both options there. So you have no excuse. You can reach her. Now, if one of the links happen to not work, then you can come yell at me and I will gladly link you up with her. Too easy. But I can almost guarantee that the links will work. I've been getting a lot better at copying and pasting rather than trying to retype stuff, people. So it should work. It should work.
Without a doubt.
Yes, it's included in the comments. So please, if you, like she said, if you are a self-employed person, or you are early retiree, or what have you, and you are just struggling with your insurance company, or you want more information on what options could be available to you, give her a call. Honestly, it's not going to cost you anything. You won't lose out on anything. So really, there's no reason not to just give it a chance, honestly. So, Kathy, I want to thank you for, taking the time to be here again today. I really appreciate your time and the information. It was really great getting to know you and all about your business.
Super. Thank you so very much. And just, a quick addition. One of the latest needs that I have seen is small business owners are trying to hire, maybe they want to add 1 or 2 employees. And that's really a great niche for us because our policies are all individual. So, I've got like an HVAC guy that wants to bring someone on. Well, they're competing with the larger companies that are offering benefits. So this might be a way that, I can quote the new employee, and it may be cost effective and help you to either keep, get, or retain employees. So that's just another, another specialty that we have, because all of our policies are individual, and business owners can pay for the policy themselves and run it through the business's tax write-off. So just,
Oh, wow.
A quick little plug for something that's unique that we can do that you couldn't do with the marketplace coverage. So thanks for allowing me.
Wow, that's huge, especially for smaller businesses who may have just like a couple employees versus a company, that has like 1 million employees.
Exactly. Yeah, and they can do a group plan.
That is a huge benefit. Yes.
Super. So thanks again. This has really been fun.
Oh, I'm glad.
Oh, most definitely. Not what I thought it was going to be.
Oh my goodness. I told you I keep it very low key, try to keep it very casual, because I know it helps people with nerves be very relaxed and whatnot, and get them more talkative, because the more talkative you are, the less I have to try and figure out what questions to ask you.
There you go. Problem solved.
There is a method to my madness. There is, I'm telling you. Thank you again to everyone who stopped by, even for a moment, to check out the video and see what Kathy is all about. If you are catching us on replay, please hashtag replay in the comments to let us know. We'd love to see you stopping by and checking out the videos afterwards. I am about to log off here to get ready for my next interview at 6:35. I have our next guest coming up. And looking forward to introducing you to her. Very excited. But with that, as always, everyone, I always love to leave you with your reminder to put your community first. Mm-hmm. You do that very simply by shopping small and supporting local. So get out there and do it, people. I'm just kidding. Sorry, I'm feeling really silly today.
No, it's okay. I'm glad.
Thank you, everyone, for your time. Thank you again, Kathy. Have a great night. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.